Imagine this, if we had a musical currency, some sort of objective way of actually measuring what is good music, what would it be? Level of creativity or amount of emotion or even skill? At the moment we're kind of going by the popularity system, but I like to think that attention is a good candidate for this. Not in a dopamine bombarding robotic formula kind of way, but something that is more fueled by creativity. If we have a song that has more creative and unique movements, it expresses emotions and connects with people, then this makes up for a more engaging song, right? It's going to grab the attention of the listener on a deeper level. This analogy can also be used to describe things like arrangement and mixing. Let me introduce you to something I've coined the attention pie. Imagine this pie as the maximum amount of attention that a listener has when listening to a song. The more things there are to pay attention to, the smaller each slice becomes and the less attention we have on each individual element. So if you were to cram a song full of different instruments and layers, then that attention is scattered and our track loses focus, right?
The only prescription is more cowbell.
So that means that the opposite is also true. If I did a 3-minute drum solo, those that wanted to come and endure that performance would have all of their full attention on the drums, right? The point is, if we want to emphasize the attention of something, we have to take it away from somewhere else or simply just have less elements. We have to fit all of the elements into this pie. So simply having less elements means that each portion is larger, each portion has more attention, right? Chet Faker actually mentioned something really interesting on a Tape Notes podcast. He said that in his opinion, working with vocals is annoying because you have to strip everything else out of your song. And I would agree, when I'm working on a song with vocals in that section, all of the other elements generally tend to be really simplified or simply just removed to give the vocals the attention it needs. So let's look at attention from an arrangement perspective. How do we maintain a listener throughout our song? Here's a few questions to ask yourself. Do you have a direction to your arrangement? What's the actual purpose for a listener to continue to listen to your song? Is there tension being built? Is there a story unfolding? Is there call and response that's being weaved into the melodies? It's not always obvious when a song has direction because it tends to flow really nicely, but it is obvious when a song is static. There's nothing changing that we haven't heard before. There's no new pieces of the story being unfolded. It just gets a little bit boring. So I challenge you to think about this fictional world. Would true measurable objectivity in music be a freeing process to finally know when your music is good enough to release or finish and push you to get there? Or would this be a cage, a trap that pulls you further into the depths of negative comparisons? Because in the modern age, attention is already a resource, right? So just maybe this fictional world isn't too far away.